all of it together, cutters, mass, length, you have something. And that's kind of where we're at. That's what we're looking for, is that he's here. We can always come back. We can keep looking while everything's still fairly calm this morning. So this is where it gets really deceiving. Even though it looks like he's extra long, his ears I know are going to be 7 inches. His cutter is below his ears, so he's under that and then above it. So I still think he's in that 14-inch range.
My name is Kyle Hansen. I work with Outdoors International as a full-time senior hunting consultant.
Patrick Ginder from Casper, Wyoming. I'm the owner of Addie's Hunting. It's located out of central Wyoming.
But I do remember my very first big game kill. Yeah, actually that I could take you to the exact tree that I was standing by. Out at my grandpa's farm, it's a whitetail doe.
Growing up in Casper, Wyoming, my dad being a taxidermist, I was thrusted into the hunting industry at such a young age. It always intrigued me watching these guys come into a shop, whether it's outfitted or by themselves, and I knew I wanted to chase a career.
And that's when I had come across Outdoors International, and I met one of the owners of Outdoors International, Russ Meyer, and I learned about their service, what they do for people, and I was just like completely just enthralled by it.
Kyle showed up a couple days early before his area opened, and I actually really enjoyed that. He was able to get out, see the area. It wasn't a shock, like wake up early in the morning, and he's never seen the area, doesn't know what to do. So we actually were able to go out, look at a lot of different antelope. The first day, I don't know how many buck antelope we saw that were just nice, and you kind of put in the back of your mind a little list together of the ones that you liked, and looked at a lot of different antelope all the way through the area.
The opener was Saturday, and so got out here, we spent some time scouting. Right away we found some awesome bucks, and so we went out for a full day scouting, checked out all the main areas that we wanted to hone in on, took a lot of pictures, video of what we might call target bucks, just bucks we wanted to try to relocate, and more than anything, try to get a feel for what we should be looking for. I learned right away that the area has pretty fantastic potential. So many animals, it's actually like overwhelming how many animals there are. Waking up the day of, it's different for me. Time to focus, get my head in the game, it's pressure, but very excited also.
With him showing up and scouting, kind of put this whole game plan of where we wanted to start and make this loop, because we had what antelope we were actually gonna go try to find. We took off pretty decent time in the morning. Right off the bat, we found a really nice antelope, and Kyle ended up holding off. It was first hour of the first day and held off, and we ended up getting 350 yards to another really nice, beautiful buck. And that's the best part of that scouting beforehand. We know there's going to be other options, and him being very selective on the type of animal he wanted, not just size, but maturity and all of it. It needed to be perfect for him.
My gut was telling me on that this is a great buck. Any hunt I'd ever been on before, this buck would make Kyle really, really happy. This hunt in particular was special. And so I just had this reluctance, and I wanted to hold back. And also knowing that there's not a lot of pressure in this area. It's okay to walk away from something because we can come back. I was already thinking in my head, yep, you made the right decision. But then all of a sudden, another really good buck pops up. But we didn't get a good look at the second one right away because he was behind a hill.
He was in a weird spot and kind of corner of the truck. I backed the truck up. I saw that he was a nice buck, and we needed to get a closer look. So made a quick game plan, utilizing what little terrain is out there. Pushed in, snuck, I think it was 350 yards or somewhere right in there, and peeked our heads up, and he was right there. It was a perfect stock.
And we actually thought he was one of the target bucks from yesterday, the biggest target buck from yesterday. And so I was really stoked. I was like, okay, we made the right decision. And then we get up, and I hadn't looked at him quite yet. And when we got a really good look at him, we realized, once again, great buck, but he wasn't within that class of what we would call our target bucks from the day before.
The hardest thing is to keep that patience and that focus. Always remember that the animals are most active in the mornings and the evenings. That afternoon time, they're going to go find these little holes, they'll bed down. It's not going to be as visual as it can be at different times.
Be patient. The heat waves, they always die down, and things are starting to bed up. So just be patient. Stuff starts to come back out. They were here before, they're still here, we just can't see them right now. You might question yourself, like, we passed on some pretty darn good bucks this morning. Should we have done that? I know it's day one, but gosh, what if somebody else goes and gets them? We had just passed a small camp, and one of the hunters that we saw a few minutes after may have been on their way back to that camp, or they might have been antelope hunting as well. Right after we had passed that camp, we saw a couple of bucks, and one of them I really liked.
When we found Kyle's antelope, I'm driving, and we had looked at a whole bunch of antelope up to this point, and we knew he was very mature antelope, and he was very unique. And Kyle looks at me and goes, "Ooh, I like him."
That's right when Patrick picked up on, oh, Kyle really likes this buck. Okay, so what do we do?
Well, what are we gonna do? There's a truck coming at us. I was like, "Oh, you really like him." So it was funny to me, like, "Oh, this is gonna happen."
The next priorities of work at that point were getting out and getting set up in a reasonable amount of time before the buck left. The buck was 230 yards and walking perpendicularly to us, kind of on a ridge. And so I knew I need to get out, I need to get the gun set up, I need to get a range, I need to check my drop. Not a super far shot, but still, go through the normal shot process. And having done it so many times before, I didn't have to remember a checklist, I just did it. The gun, myself, we're in a good position in the prone, rear bag, bipod, it's like very solid. This is gonna happen. As soon as you said, yep, I got him, I'm on him, filming, the buck started walking, or it was walking still at that point, and then I just whispered to Pat, "Hey, can you stop him?" And it was just stopped and executed.
All right, I am on him. Whenever you're ready.
Can you stop him?
Got him. Nice shot.
Be on him. He'll go down.
He's done.
Great stuff.
Nice shot, dude. Easy.
Big, something cool. How about both, huh?
Yeah. Great job.
Got the kill shot on camera. Got you.
I gotta pull off.
All right, buddy. We haven't done any updates, but
Well, that happened quick.
that happened a lot quicker.
Yeah, may have had a little competition on that one, but
Kyle made a great shot, 234 yards or 236 yards, something like that, and the antelope was dead before he knew it. It was awesome.
antelope hunting is very underrated. If I could do this hunt every single year, I would. Like, as soon as it was over, I was sad because I wanted to do it again. So if you're thinking about doing it, do it. You won't regret it. I mean, it's such a fun, relaxing hunt, and quality of game, especially in good areas for antelope hunts. It's like a kid in a candy store as a hunter. So I would definitely recommend it. People can reach out to us through our website, outdoorsinternational.com. Social media, we have social media. I personally have social media. Email, my personal cell phone, I'm happy to give that out at any time. We're super easy to get a hold of, but anytime people can reach out.